Mudflood Club.
Welcome everybody. It's MUDDIN and BEAGS episode 3. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. MUDDIN just had him a little tiny spoon of honey and he is going absolutely bazonkers. He's got him a new collar. He's looking dashing and handsome, ready for the lady beagle girlfriends. And he is ready to party tonight. So he's going to get his Kong filled with peanut butter here in a minute. We don't want to say that word because he goes crazy. And he knows it's in there and he's excited for it. That's what he's crazy for. He's ready for that peanut butter. But anyways, I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna say hello to your fans. Say I'm a nut. I'm a crazy. I'm part vampire, and I love to bite and nibble things. Yes, I'm a terrorizer. Yes. Say hello. Okay. All right, nutbag. Get down there so I can have a little conversation with these folks. Good evening, morning glory, and Orion. I'm not saying that right. My glasses are not seeing it right. Hello, Andrea D. And Andrea, I'd like to say that you have excellent fucking taste in mugs. Just saying. Excellent. And GT 1982 Mustang, how you doing tonight? And of course, Hippie Shake's in the house with us. I sure appreciate you. And see if there's anybody else. I can't see anybody else. Aurorian. I'm probably saying that right. Quit biting my foot. Okay. Anyways, this over the past weekend, I went ahead and finally got to updating all my openings and closings for my videos. So let's dispense with the pleasantries and enjoy the new opening. Okie dokie. So we are live. Okay, yes, Willie do big bolt energy. I had a big bolt, about a 3-foot bolt I found the other day. I thought it was funny. I was sitting in the rain, so a lot of stuff is funny when you're sitting in rain. So let's see. Let's get rid of any ninny business that might have entered your mindset over the last since I've seen you last. Look right here. Okay, nothing wrong with you now. Okay, so I wanted to share a little something that I ran across recently doing some research. Let me see how we share these screens, and we will go here. And what we have here is Seattle, Washington. And this is on the dock area, just so you can give you a kind of a bird's eye 360 view. And I want to see if any of you in the chat recognize anything in particular that we talk about on this channel. The city of Seattle has decided to bring back an old technology and use it for a modern purpose. And they have installed this new technology in this area. And I just wanted to see if you guys can see what I see. And I'm showing it to you now, and it's just, you're just going to have to see it. It's right in front of you. Let's see if anybody gets it. It's a little tricky. Good guess, but it's not a it this could be a viaduct. I haven't looked into that. Possibly, but that's not what I'm referring to. GT. It's something else we talk about here on the channel. Should pop out at you at some point. And this is something that they have done quite extensive work putting in. Yeah, it definitely does look raised. Well, we have the Alaskan Highway, which is a viaduct. So I don't know if this portion of that road is the viaduct, but the Alaskan Highway is known as being a viaduct. But of course, they also just recently redid it. And I think that technology has ended. Yes, it has. Yes, GT. The whole thing is pavement light. Exactly. So what you're looking there is modern pavement light. And I'm going to try to get you close enough to get a view of it, but it's a little tricky. There's not a lot of great drops, but I will get you to where you can see it in just a second. I think maybe here. Yes, there's some right there. Let's see if we can find more of it. Let's see. I've found that these parts here, yes, right there. And what they're doing is some kind of they've got some kind of plants or wildlife or something, habitats or something growing up under there. And they're trying to give them light. Here's a great view of it. This is modern day pavement light. Now, these are very different than the ones that we look into, but it is pavement light. It is larger. I don't believe they have prisms on the bottom, but that is pavement light. And they, looking into the history of why they did this, they say that they were taken after the history of the city, that the city, because it had a history of putting pavement light in, and that was part of the city's history, they thought they would continue the tradition and bring back the old technology to, bring it and modernize it and kind of bring it into the new era. So we got that. I just wanted to share with you. I just thought it was pretty cool. And there's more information on that. I'm sure to come. That's down the road. I've got plans to do more pavement light. But time permitting hasn't been done yet. Hello, Shielded Sugar. And who else we got here? I think I said hello to everybody else. And let's see. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that right here, I call these Phoenician waves. And the technical term is a meander or a Greek key, Greek fet. I still like calling it a Phoenician wave. I don't believe that the history, I believe that they've given us this, oh, that's Greek architecture. Oh, that's Roman architecture, Romanesque. I think that's all bullshit. I think that's just a cover story for what was actually there. This reminds me of a wave. And we know the Phoenicians had something to do with what was going on over here because we see their symbology in the architecture. So that's why I call it the Phoenician wave. And also part of this Phoenician or this Greek key, as they call it, they include the swastikas that we see, which they're saying that they're a form of Greek key or Roman meander. but it's a swastika. It's just more cover, more cover up. I know a damn swastika when I see it, and a swastika it has nothing the Nazis, they took that as Hitler brought that symbol in because he knew it was a powerful symbol, but it's really just a symbol for the sun, and its magnetics, and so that is interesting to me. So I just thought I'd share that with you. And that was that. And Muddin has got his Kong. He is ready to go. Always an inversion, yes. Always an inversion. And I like to try to think for myself when looking at things. I don't, you could go and study architecture and then come back with an architectural degree and then go study what we study. And all you're going to do is look at it through that prism, that lens of conformity of mindset, and you're never going to get any answers into what you're studying because you think you already know the answers. You're like, oh, you'll see that and you'll go, oh, that's a Greek key, and you won't think anything past that because you've already been taught that. You've already been indoctrinated into that. So I like to do my own damn thinking. So there's that. Another thing is, this just kind of made me chuckle, but I posted up a video, I believe it was yesterday, about Terrence Howard and his work. And got a lot of ninny kickback, which I thought was quite comical because people weren't even reading into, they weren't looking at what was being said. They were just taking the face value and discarding it. And they weren't listening or looking into or diving into what was being talked about. They weren't doing any of their, they weren't doing any thinking. They were just going with what was being presented on face value. And I study Terrence Howard's work not because of his mathematical stuff. That was a side note. But he has a theory. One of his theories is that 1 times 1 equals 2. He has a book called 1 times 1 equals 2. And of course, we know 1 times 1 equals 1. Well, that's what we've been told. But he's questioning, why is that? And if you think about it, if you have 2 times 2 equals 4, wait, 1 times 1 equals 1, but 2 times 2 equals 4. Like, think about that. And he's got a book. It's a short book. I suggest, if you're interested in that sort of stuff, to go read it. I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm just saying, look, this guy is on to some serious. He's very intelligent. Don't let him fool you. Yes, I know he was an actor, but he's extremely intelligent. He studies the flower of life. He has done original research on the flower of life that a lot of you don't even know about. I've tried to tell you about it. He's inventing technology, free energy technologies based on his flower of life research. He's creating free energy creation devices and giving them out to people in third world countries so they can have power. He's doing talks at Ivy League schools. He's created a new kind of drone based on the flower of life. I mean, the guy is smart. And I'm just saying, give him a break and go look at what he has to say. And don't just discard something so simple as 1 times 1 equals 1 or 1 times 1 equals 2, because it sounds so, to us, simple. It's like maybe he knows something or has an idea that you hadn't had yet. I'm just saying, give the dude a chance, because he's a lot smarter than you think he is. I'm just telling you, I've been following Terrence for a while. And I when he quit Hollywood and said, I'm quitting Hollywood to go study the flower of life, I was like, wait, what? And I perked up because, you know, I study the flower life. I've been studying the flower life since 2008. So I have a vested interest in what you just said. I'm like, wait a minute. This dude that I followed as an actor, that I liked as an actor, and even though I can't see him studying the flower of life, he just said he quit Hollywood to go study the flower of life. So I looked into his research, and he's smart. He's really smart. Welcome, Holistic Media. Hello, Brian Lake. And one last note. And to be clear, this is not aimed at anyone in particular, but this is just a little note to the creators on YouTube in our community. And I just wanted to make a comment. There are the people that watch our channels and follow our research. There's some great people out there, and they send a lot of information to us as creators, and I personally appreciate that. I don't watch it all that I'm sent because a lot of times I've already seen it. Sometimes I'm just not interested. Sometimes I don't have the time, but every now and then something catches my eye and I do pay attention and I watch it. But that being said, it's my choice, okay, that I receive information. It is my choice whether I look at the information. It is my choice what I do with the information. And it is your choice as a creator as to what you do with the information that is sent you. Now, if these viewers send you information that they feel you need to see and you don't want to see that information, there's no reason to say that you don't want to see that information. Just take the information, okay? Accept it, say thank you, and do with it what you will. Throw it in the trash. Watch it. Ignore it. If it upsets you, there's no reason to tell the person, "Oh, don't send me that. That upsets me." That's they're just trying to help. Okay? It's your responsibility to make a decision as to what to do with the information. They are only trying to help. So, if you don't let them help, then they're going to stop helping. And if nobody's helping you, you're going to have a really hard time because you're not going to know a lot of things that are going around the world, or information that you might need to know. You're not there might be things going on that you need to know that you don't know, and somebody might know that you might need to know and might tell you need to know. And don't kick them in the ass because they treated you nicely and sent you helpful information. Just say thank you, shut the fuck up, and do with it what you will. Okay? That's all I got to say. That being said, let's get in and start looking back at our pictures of the St. Louis World's Fair. And we will see what we can find there. And we're back here, and we're on picture 130. Woohoo! And we're going to go deep in. And there again, a Phoenician wave, aka Greek key. And here is a set piece that they have for like a mountainish area. Scenic railway. There's knob and tube wiring right there. I hear a lot of people saying that, oh, there was this Antiquitech. Oh, the lights were Antiquitech. No, they were knob and tube wiring. It's a very simple wiring. We still use it today. Matter of fact, I think you can still buy it at the hardware store. It's hey, zip it, punk. You better quit. That's a no. You know what a no is, little punk. Okay, sorry. That's why we call it MUDDIN and BEAGS. Anyways, got a little electric car right here for the U.S. mail delivering. And look at these lights, posts, I guess. Look at the size of these doors. That person, let's say they're 6 feet tall. Let's see, 12. I mean, that's about a 25-foot door, 20 to 25-foot door. That's a woman, so she might be a little shorter. So let's say 5, 10, 15. That's about a 20-foot door. Flat Earth asterisks up here in the corner. Got torus fields. Got some writing up here. Laurel leaf of control. Eagle representing the phoenix. The Phoenician shell. This is a half of a flat Earth asterisk. And look at can y'all cut the grass a little bit? Would you? We've actually rocked the driveway here, maybe. What we got? Got ladder lanes, as Douglas would say. Oh yes, got what are those called? Blunderbusters, blunderbust. I forget what they're called. Etheric fencing, maybe. Deutsch. I don't know what that says. The Deutsch halls, maybe. Not sure. Portholes. You better slow your roll. Slow it right down. Right on down to a comfortable crawl. Yes, you look guilty. Very guilty. Very guilty. Got clouds in that picture. Okey-dokey. This is a weird structure. Maybe a greenhouse or something. I'm not sure. Dutch house, German house. I don't know. Dutch Haus. Yeah, Haas. Maybe that's what it was. I was having trouble reading it, but it might have been Haas, not Halls. I was just thinking Halls. Does that say dragon? I don't know. That's weird. It's a ship, like a little boat or something. Ding ding. Okay, sorry. That's that knob and tube wiring right there. And the reason I know that is because right there you have a little ceramic insulator, and that's how they would run that wiring. Look at that table right there. Mathematical instruments. Okie dokie. Oh, we're going to go to China. Got a cobblestone brick road. Always have to check it for melting. Dragons. Ladies in uniform. Hello, 6R. Special something today. I can't read it. I don't know. That big old dragon right there. Deep sea. Women. I don't know. Maybe that's to the women's restroom. I don't know. kind of a strange picture. It looks very kind of old. I don't know. There's Fred right there. In case you hadn't seen Fred yet. What you got? Moo cow? Yeah, get that moo cow. Yeah. Attaboy. Sig-Sar, make sure you go back and watch the opening of the video. I've updated the opening and the closing. And there's a new thing in there. You'll see. I saw this thing today where they're starting to build literal Lego houses, and it's basically like a plywood outer shell with a interior of foam, and it's a block about probably 3 times bigger than that block, and you just snap them together, and then they create specialty pieces. It's just literally a Lego house, like a life-size Lego house. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I don't know if I would like that or not. I don't know if that I would have problems there. Because I mean, how do you run your utilities and stuff like that through it? I don't know. Scrubbed cartouches. Architectural urns. These are the men who built America. That's what they told us. Got a cobblestone brick road. Find it interesting that they just drop it down with no mortar. It's not even, it doesn't even look like it's pushed together very tight. Palmistry. Huh. Keep out. Wah, wah, wah. That dude is like, do not take pictures of our palmistry. This is off limits. We're actually building this one. We didn't find this one, man. We're building it. You can't show this. What are you doing, you nut? That's my shoe. Yes, that's my shoe. Yeah. There's gonna be a somebody's going down. Welcome backwards. That's weird. It's got writing in the thing right there. Huh, I don't know. I can't read it. Arizona mining camp. You know, this right here, maybe I'm off base here, but it seems to me in such a prudish society where they won't take a bath in go swimming in a bathing suit that's basically not a blanket, but they have all these statues of naked people like just everywhere. Like it just seems kind of strange. Look at that cheap facade. You better calm it down. You ain't getting no more honey. You're a nut. I don't care. Stick to apple. Try to be nice to you, and you see what you do to me. You gone crazy. You gone pure nutty butters. Yes, you have. That's you. I don't know what that contraption is. That's kind of weird. It's a weird thing right there. Huh. I don't know. Maybe a pressurized something. I don't know. Y'all got any ideas? Huh. I don't know. Knob and tube was designed to last the life of the building. I'll tell you what, the electric today, that's kind of odd right there. As the electricians, they charge an arm and a leg, yet the stuff they use is just junk. And they're always coming up with these stupid new codes that are ridiculous. Flat Earth asterisks, Phoenician shell. Looks like the Phoenician fish. Eagle representing the phoenix. My phoenix. My tent preacher. What is this thing? A dustbin? I mean, what is that? What's going on there? That's weird how they that is so strange to see the quality here of the finishing, and then the side here just looks like plywood nailed to the side and then painted white. That is so weird. Why would they do that? Paint. So this one's fresh painted. This must be a eating place or something. Cobblestone Brick Road. Boobas. I mean, that's just crazy looking right there. I'd make a cool album cover. Creation. Portholes. What are you eating? Please don't eat whatever you're eating. I don't even know what you're eating, but don't eat it. Boobas. That looks like. Does that kind of look like a dude, a she dude, a he dude? What do you call him? Just saying. Refuse. That word's always been weird to me. I think these represent the fascists. A little obelisk going here. That is wild. That's interesting. I wonder what he's doing. Me no know that technique. Well, that had to just be a pain in the ass right there. I mean, today we would just use plywood, but back then, oh man. These 2x4s look different than were used in the big buildings to me for some reason. The method of construction just looks different to me. I don't know why. Did I miss one? Nope. Here's another one. Exhibit displays. The just amazing. Scrub cartouche. Phoenician shell. Hey, take a big old cup of calm your ass down. Thank you. In case y'all hadn't realized, my beagle is psycho. Absolutely nuts. That's my boy. Oh, he ate. I took a shower the other day and he ate my notebook. He ate my work notebook with my work notes in it. With the and I saved it all, but it is in shreds, and I've got to piece it back together because I have to have the notes. Swastika. I have to have the notes because they're important notes that I spent hours like taking notes of things with tape measure and I mean calculations and diagrams and I mean just all kinds of damn notes. And this little son bitch ate my notes. I mean, what kind of son bitch eats the son bitch's notes? I tell you what now. And how he got my notebook, I don't know. I don't know. It was up on the up. It was up high. Like I don't know how he got it. I don't know. Ladies East Room, Diamond Symbology. But I just he ate my damn notebook. He just God. Ladder lean for Douglas. A lot of y'all might not realize that Douglas coined the term vanilla skies that we use. So Florida Lee, which I believe represents the flat earth. That's an opinion. We all have opinions. Cobblestone Brick Road. I spent a lot of time looking for melted cobblestone brick road because, you know, I figured that if they are real, one day I will find one. So I keep looking. I'm sure that's facade, but man, look at the size of the stones they're representing. Glass weavers, jewelry, pike. I don't know. It's strange. Onion dome. See, it's weird. This right here looks like something that we did. But then when you look, it's like we designed that art or whatever you call it, that facade, that piece, that this lady with wings. It looks like we designed that. But then you have other things that don't look like we designed it. Or maybe they just had some really bad artists that were working or something. I don't know. I think we built this one. Swedish restaurant. Okay. Swedish. What would Swedish people eat? Diamond symbology. See, like, look right there. I mean, that looks a little nicer to me. The girl from Madrid. Ooh la la. What's going on with that? Should get her investigate. Arc lights everywhere. There's knob and tube wiring. 1904. Got portholes. Hey Steps, how you doing? These pants are so flattering. They really show off the tushy. What are you doing? Quit that. That is my shoe that I wear, that I like to wear. Don't look at me that way, please. I'll probably get you a knuckle sandwich. All right, back to it. And my foot is not food. Quit that. Nothing. Vermont. Yep. Well, I think we built that. That looks like simple A-frame structure we could build. Just moving on. You know, it's like you look at it, you go, yeah, that's boring. Okay, let's move on. There's nothing to see here, you know. It's like you know it when you see it, kind of thing. Stoneball finial. Look at the lines on that. Quit that. Jefferson guard. And that is Boss Man right there. Straight mafia dude right there. And that is not a stone building. That is a stucco building. Stop it. That's a no. No. All right. I may have to put somebody in their house for a hot minute because they're getting naughty. You better quit. All right. Hold on just a second, folks. I got a wild beagle that's gone crazy. Come on. You need to go and have a timeout. Yes, let's go to timeout. Let's see. Bear with me, folks. You need to go timeout. Yep. You're going timeout. There. Thank you. Yep. Okay. We're back from timeoutville. That's a big building. Diamond symbology. Simplicity. Computing scale company. Huh. Fleur de lis. Yeah, here I figured that was coming. How'd I know that? He don't like being in trouble. Yeah, we don't like that, do we? This must be opening day. Look at those lamps. Those are crazy. Got lions, it looks like. Reminds me of the circumpunct. Those are wild. Looks like a lion. Unscrubbed cartouche there. Varied industries with right there. I always think that's interesting when they have the V as the U. And look at this dude just sitting up here hanging out. Got the lions up here. You don't like that, do you? That big old lion hanging out, just chilling. People just what that's something that's just very strange. I see a lot of people standing in weird spots. Well, are you going to come out and act like you got some sense? Well, we'll talk about it then. Because otherwise, you got to stay in your house. Yeah. We ain't got time for craziness. Ghostly. Boy, he's just hanging out. What we got? Staff contractors. The old plantation. Cobblestone brick road. Hey, hello. Shut it. Thank you. Jim Key. Jim Key. Horse. Something the world. I don't know. It must be a big fancy Fred or something. Ladder lane. Look at all the debris right here. Are you going to come out and act like you got some sense so we can do the show? Well, let's try it again. Lord have mercy. And that, what you're eating there, you cannot eat. I'm just saying. That's a no. We're not going to do those. There you go. Okay. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Yeah, you got in trouble, didn't you? Yeah. All right. Sorry, folks. That's part of being a beagle owner is dealing with psychotic beagles. Phoenician shell. Yes, you're a Looney Tune. Yes, you're a loony. Yes. Yes. We know. Nope, my elbow's not edible. Thank you. Appreciate that. Needed that. That was helpful. No, you are not getting any more honey at all, ever. Because you are a nut tonight. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Better quit. Arclight. You better calm it down. This dog has gone crazy, I'm telling you. Sorry, folks. Let's see. Ladder Thastrix. We'll have to, better quit. Kodaks. That's interesting. Official photographer. Kodaks. That's kind of weird, right? That's a no. I know you want to party, but not a good time. That's weird. That's named Kodaks, not Kodak. Ladder lean. This dog's about to drive me crazy, y'all. He had one little tiny, like a little pinky finger nibble of honey, and he is absolutely going nuts. No more honey for you. You got an awning. I love a good awning. Got to plant our little bushes here. Oh, sexy. What in the world? Dude, put on a shirt. What in the world? Argentina. Boy, they had some money up in Argentina. What is it? The Phrygian hat? Is that what they call that? Phrygian hat? I do believe. Are your hands tied? What the hell? Correspondence schools, Scranton, Pennsylvania. That's odd. Unscrubbed cartouche. I wonder what they mean by "are your hands tied?" Something hall. Big portal. Are your hands tied? That's weird. I don't know what that means. What? I'm busy. Guatemala. That's weird. Guatemala. Why would they even bother? I don't know. Has Guatemala ever had any need for... No, do not chew that, numbnuts. I think you're about to get in trouble, is what I think. You cannot chew computer cords. That's a big no. Nice sombrero, dude. I used to have a sombrero I bought in San Antonio. That's wild looking. That reminds me that reminds me of a wind catcher there. Very reminiscent of a wind catcher. Hello, Maggot. How's it going tonight? Checking out St. Louis World's Fair photographs, glass plate negatives. Well, that's just a sketchy little building. New Mexico. Looks like a Taco Bell. If you ever went to Taco Bell, well, if you're Gen X, you know what I mean. If you're Gen X, you know what I mean. Wow. Okay. You're killing me, people. What the hell are y'all selling? How much did that display cost to make? I mean, seriously. Boo-bahs everywhere. That's crazy. That's incredible quality. That's quite impressive. Look at that pipe organ. Yeah. Wow. Man, somebody paid some money for that. Must be a music display. Music, like a music instruments display or something. What's that? Oh, Taco Bell. Okay. House of Hoo Hoo. Ah, okay. Well, we're going to the House of Hoo Hoo. 8 more lives have we in 30 days. Our home. A ceiling you'll see. What in the world? That's odd. Yes, we all know you're nuts. Yes, we know. Yes, we know. That looks old as hell. That don't look new. I don't know. That's strange. Almost looks like it burned down or something. Oh, wrong way. Bohemia. Nope, no more honey for you. Because you're a cuckoo clock. Yep. Because you want to fly like a beagle. Woo! Give me howl. Give me hound howl. Ow! There you go. Ow! Let me hear you hound howl. You ain't got no hound howl yet, do you? Not yet. Not yet. You're working on it. I'm working on my hound howl, Daddy. I get it going every few seconds, every once in a while. Budweiser. Good old Chinese beer. Okey-dokey. double-headed phoenix. My phoenix goes with my books. And my cafe and my lemonade. And my latterline. Strawberries and ice cream. Damn, that sounds good right now. You know, we're seeing a lot of these outdoor eating pavilions, and I get it, they don't have AC and all, but I don't know, just kind of chintzy. But you know, it does look like we built that, not the one that. I don't know. This, I don't know. Maybe looks like it's representing the circumpunct right there, which is the original symbol for the creator. And it just represents the creator at the center of the universe being the circle, the all, however you want to say it, universe all. And by universe, I'm not talking about space, the final frontier. That's not what I'm talking about, people. That's for the low level minded set people. Please, please, please don't be one of those. We need to evolve, people. Not Devo. No more Devo. Okay? We're outlawing Devo here on this channel. No more devolving. Okay? Only evilly. If we're gonna evolve. we're gonna rise. We're gonna evolve out of this realm of 3D reality into a better thought process. That just looks sketchy. Seriously, I'm not getting near that. Man, that reminds me of Tron. Reminds me of Tron Palace in Newbern, North Carolina, but not for the structure, but for the layout. I don't know. Anyways, you got your lions. City of New York. That's the best the city in New York can do. They got my phoenix. My phoenix. They got my phoenix up here. I mean, my eagle. What's my eagle representing my phoenix? You got your wind catcher tower. And what is this maggot? Is this some like pebble mix stuff? I don't know what that is. Don't you cuss at me. That is not how you talk to people. Wash your mouth out with soap. Yeah. Cobblestone brick road. And look at the are my eyes crooked, or is them bricks wavy? Are they done in a wave? Is that how you lay bricks? Is that normal? We got a rickshaw. This dog has gone nuts. You better quit. You better slow your roll. I'm telling you, y'all, this dog's going crazy. That's creepy. That's really creepy. I don't know. It's weird how they don't bring this all the way out. I don't know. It's just odd looking. Do y'all not like think about cutting the grass in some way? Ever? That's not a brick building. We don't build it out of brick, y'all. That is a big no when it comes to studying World's Fairs. Nothing's built out of stone or brick, so that's not possible. Can't build out of those materials. No. It's all stucco. It's all temporary, every bit of it. Here it is. Here it is. Good. Glad. What is it? Standard Dictionary. Okay. My boat. I got my Phoenix. Charles Elliott, landscape architect. I did some landscaping today. I built a little path with, I put down, I dug up some bushes and then I put down some dirt and then I put down some landscape fabric and I put staples in that. Then I put metal border on it, made it 3 feet wide. And then I put crushed rock all the way down it, about 3 inches thick. Maybe not 3, maybe 2 inches thick. I don't know. I didn't put a measure tape on it. And it turned out real pretty. I got tired of walking through a muddy spot, so I made a path. And then I worked on my rabbit hutches. I'm on hutch 3 now. I got 4 to build. On hutch 3, got boobahs here. Got flat earth asterisks there. My Phoenix. My architectural urns. My coin. Oh, you saw the Jewish part? I didn't know if y'all saw that. Right here, Jewish encyclopedia. Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure if that's what it says or not. I don't know. That's why I didn't say it. I wasn't sure. But that's what I thought when I saw it, but I'm not sure. And what we're gonna find today, I don't know, because we're gonna look and think for ourselves. Texas. Well, I tell you what, that's a state I just don't like driving down through. You just drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive, 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 drive. You think you're never gonna get out of Texas. It doesn't end. It's just one long state of nothing. There's nothing in Texas until you get to something. And then there's something. But it's like there's nothing in between. It's like they forgot to do anything. I don't know. I like Texas, but I like the parts that are of Texas that are actually something there. I like that, but I don't like the rest of that. The whole open range thing where there's nothing there, portholes. I don't like that. We built that. I'm damn sure of that. Yep, we built that. No doubt. Got a good look at it. I've seen those 100 times. That reminds me of the bell in Nazi Germany. I don't know why. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then, well, go figure out what I'm talking about. And bomb. Okay, I don't know what it says. I thought it said America. I don't know. I don't know what that says. What's up with this dude? Was Golem? My precious. My tower. My flag. My Texas. God. Look at that back in the background right there. That's so weird. Let's landscape up to here and then stop. Then we're going to have mud and we're going to track all the mud this way. Just because. That's how we roll. That is how we roll. Starfort bottom. See the Hale Firefighters west end of the Pike, the most realistic fire. The most realistic fire. Realistic fire. As opposed to let me get back to you on that. Fighting exhibition ever produced. I don't understand. What are we as opposed to unrealistic fire? Midnight fire in Greater New York. A midnight fire in Greater New York. Okay. Tartarian line, in case you need one of those. Ooh, he said Tartaria. That's weird right there. You got this building here, and then this right here looks like our crap. It's like we added something here to something that was already there. It's got a different look to it. I don't know. Annie Oakley probably fired here. Admission is free. You get to shoot a turkey in the ass. Oh, I lost one of the Trump pheasants last week. I don't know how he got out. I went in to water the pheasants, and I don't know how he got behind me, but he got out, the Trump pheasant. And I called the boss. I said, I think you're going to need a Trump pheasant. There's Fred's Horse Build America. And he we found him. We got him back, but I really didn't think I was going to get him back. I sprayed him with a water hose, and it didn't. He didn't like that, so he flew off. And anyways, it took him a while. We got him back, but and then we lost a California quail. Well, no, I shouldn't say we. There was no we to it. I didn't do it. I didn't do that one. The boss was taking the brand new California quail, something quail. I don't know what it's called. Some kind of fancy quail out of the cage in the biddy house, which has a door that closes, and he didn't close the door. And of course, the quail flew out. And I'm like, well, was the door closed? No. And you didn't close the door. Why? So, farm life. That's cool right there. I don't know what that is. I wonder what that represents. Kind of looks like a fleur-de-lis, but then maybe that is a fleur-de-lis. It probably is. Underwood typewriters. If you've never seen I don't know if it was Underwood that did a typewriter, but one of the typewriter companies did a giant typewriter display. That they would take around. It was really amazing. It was huge. Portuguese solar apparatus. Okay, I needed a Portuguese solar apparatus for my. What do you do with that? I don't even have an. Why? What? It looks like a satellite dish. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we built that. That looks like our handiwork. Yeah, Mr. Contractor definitely built that one. Yep, no doubt. I give that the Mr. Contractor seal of approval. Yeah, I think we built that little piece of shit too. I mean, yeah, you can see him right there working on it. Yep, definitely we built that. Not so sure about this thing. I think that these a lot of these rides are old world. I got a theory about rides, old world rides, but nobody seems to have figured it out yet, even though I've talked about it before. But I don't know. I need more data. More data. More. Give me more. Information Bureau, Christian Endeavor Hotel. Okay. I'd like some information about why you stole these structures. Thank you. Look at that big ass thing. They say this thing could hold 40 people in each thing. I mean, you would not want to get on that thing if you ever thought you might have any kind of claustrophobia, because if you got on there, you ain't getting off for a while. I forget how long they said it took to get around, but it took a long time. Nicaragua. Okay. Nicaragua. Tartarian lion. Diamond symbology. Got a flat earth asterisk there for you, hippie. Elephant ride. That's exactly what I need. An elephant ride. Horror ride. Yep. We used to go to circus every year when I was little. I loved the elephants. I thought they were cool. And the tigers. And the dudes that walked upside down on the wheelie thing. And I always got one of those swirly lights. And every year I get either a red one or a blue one. And each year I get a different one. And I always remembered which color I got the last year. So I'd always get the different one. It was a little thing, a little light you swirled around your hand. It looked like a police siren light thing. Harnessing the sun. Okay, let's harness the sun. Let's do that. Reminds me of free energy. Why would they talk about that? Alaska. Now, seriously, you know that reminds me of some research I've looked into. I'm gonna hold on to that note for mental note. Check. I'm gonna hold on to that note. Yeah, that makes me think about something. Okay, I'll look into that. Get back to you. What is this? What is that thing? See, there's that water on the floor because they can't keep the roofs from leaking. How could y'all have this amazing architecture yet you don't know how to seal the roofs? That looks like something we could build. Emergency hospital. Okay. Creepy kid. Boy, she looks like she just whoop your ass. U.S. submarine diving exhibit. Yep, I'm not getting in one of those. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm going to wrestle an octopus. Deep sea divers. There's your knob and tube wiring. You see the incandescent light. There is the knob and tube, and you got your wiring there. And there's your phoenix. My phoenix. My eagle represent my phoenix. Ooh, this is interesting. Civic pride movement. And there you got the V in place of the U. I've always found that interesting. In memory of Charles Eliot, landscape architect. Got the loincloth dude. We got our fasciste with a winged disc. Very interesting. Got a club so we can There's your knob and tube wiring right there. There's some quotage for you. It's creepy looking. Something town hall, and then we put a little banner across it for whatever reason. Got a Tartarian line there. That's the bank. In case we need our, money. Phoenician shell. Oh, yes. We need one of these. Very helpful in Tennessee. Yep, definitely. That screams Tennessee to me. Absolutely screams Tennessee. Y'all come back now, yeah? Arizona Mining Company. And gotta love that roof. That's quality workmanship there. And there's Fred being the horse that built America, and obviously St. Louis World's Fair. That's what he does. He moves shit. He's Fred. He rules. Decent. Dude, what are you so mad about? He looks like he is ready to beat that photographer's ass. This dude too. Why are they so mad? She's mad too. Everybody's pissed off. Why are they pissed off? This dude's like, yeah, we're going to take you out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're showing the Indians. Oh, we don't want to shoot. We don't want to show that. No. Why not? Why do we want to take a photograph of Indians across game championships? Okie dokie. Well, that's weird. We have a bunch of people out here doing a bunch of things, yet we're still. What the hell is this? Like we're not even done yet? That doesn't make any sense. That looks like some crap we built. But then in the back, not so much, my Phoenix. Carriages and autos this way. My flat earth asterisks. My what the hell? You know, it reminds me of the Burroughs Welcome building. I know. You're like, the what? The Burroughs Welcome building. Y'all probably never heard of it. It's a building I've done work in before. An absolute nightmare of a building to work in. It is now gone. They demolished it, but it was an architectural wonder when they built it. It's been shown in movies, but it was an absolute. I hated working in that building. It was absolutely nuts. It was designed after a honeycomb. It was a horrible thing. It was architecturally very cool to look at, but to function in the building, it was horrible. I used to do meetings, audio video for meetings in this place, and like to get this how to explain it very well, but the auditorium was on the first floor, the first level of this. Okay, this is complicated. The stage was on the first floor. You walked in on the first floor, and then it went up. But the sound booth where the audio video equipment was on the third floor. And so in order to get to the third floor sound booth, you had to walk out the first floor across the hall, and then you had to take an elevator up to the second floor, walk down a hall, then go down another hall, then walk up a set of steps, go down a hall, walk up a weird tiny set of steps, walk down a hall, and then go through this little short half door that was really weird, and then into the sound booth. All if like you had to do anything, like if you're up in the sound booth and like something like the I don't know, the presenter's lavalier mic, the wireless mic battery goes dead for whatever reason, you got to go through all that to go down to go check it. Or if like they need you to, oh, we want to present a set of slides that you don't have, oh, we got to walk all the way down to get that, to walk all the way back up to put them in the slide projector to show them. I hated working in that building. It was a nutsy building. Anyways, sorry, nightmare flashback. I didn't have to, that usually didn't get stuck with that detail because I bitched about it so much, but little igloo, that's a little igloo doghouse for a guard dog. Anyways, sorry, sidetrack nightmare. Got some kind of weird machinery, maybe some saws. I don't know. Ooh, look at that. Big ass presses. It amazes me the machinery they had at this time. Russian Imperial troop. Check that dude out. He's cool. Native dancers and singers. I wonder if they got any Tartarians there. My gosh, Tartaria they were like nomads up in there and over there in Siberia, and they rode horses, and they had bows and arrows, and they were basically a third world civilization. Yes, we see right here in the history book, Tartaria. Or maybe they were one of the great civilizations that we've never heard of because they were erased from history because, well, the controllers of our world decided to erase them from history. And we are just now learning about it because we are Devo. Just a thought. This could go either way. A trip to Siberia. Really? We were just talking about Siberia. Great Siberian Railway. The new and original, a trip to Siberia. Okie dokie. That'd be funny if it said Tartaria there. They're not going to do it though. A nice clock there. Knob and tube wiring. Moorish palace. So this is, your Moorish style architecture. I believe the Moors were already here in America. And I'm still on my Oak Island, y'all. Last night's show, they were showing they have taken the timeline. They are finding a lot of evidence pointing to major happenings on Oak Island in Nova Scotia in 1250 AD. And I mean European constructions hundreds of feet under the ground in 1250 AD. Now, if you know your history, we weren't told about that. Okay. So my point being, it reminds me of the squatting man. My point being that onion dome, our history books are fucked. Okay. they're just not right. Now, do we have the answers? No, I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. But we're learning more and more. That reminds me of the Maya. For some reason, that's wild looking. Anyways, wow. I don't know if that's a very stucco-y stone looking. I don't know. That's hard to tell. It's probably stucco. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going stucco. There's a right now there's a lot of new channels coming up on YouTube, which is wonderful. Luckily, which is what my hope is, that some of us older farts have inspired newer researchers to take the research and run with it, and that's great. There's also some newer researchers that are taking advantage of the situation and literally creating Tartaria channels where they are creating fake AI images and calling them, truth and research and real, and literally grifting to, because it's a flat out grift of the research. So we have to be diligent and try to separate the wheat from the chaff. Now, there's you got a lot of good you got flat earth asterisks right there. Squatting man, just definitely squatting man, no doubt. I think squatting man represents the flat earth, by the way. I think that represents the fascist, just an opinion. Oh, that's wild looking. It's got like the Phoenician fish. Another one of them wild displays. Just incredible, these displays. I've done a lot of conventions, and I've seen that they could. People don't realize how much effort some of these businesses put into these displays, but in this time frame, it's hard to believe that they did this quality for displays. I find it really hard to believe, especially for temporary. Just, oh, this is temporary. Oh, yeah, we're gonna just throw it up and then throw it down. Why not? I mean, we can roll like that. We're churning our own butter, okay, and we're washing our own clothes in buckets. But we can roll where we can just build whatever the hell we want to, live like, in the lap of luxury, and then burn it all to the ground. No problem. Got a flat earth asterisk for no freaking reason. There's your Greek key, what I call Phoenician wave. And what is up with that? I mean, seriously, y'all can't do better than that. That's the best y'all got right there. I don't know. Look at this. We're going to sit in the dirt. We're just going to put a table in the dirt and roll with it. It'll work. Don't worry. There's those old insulators, glass insulators. I think those might be an older technology. So what was going on the other night about the telephone poles. I thought it was kind of interesting. Got to put up the scaffolding so we can paint it. The question is what channels are good, what channels are not good, what channels are grifters, what channels are, good researchers, what channels are, which ones are the agents. I mean, you got to come up with your own discernment, because I could give you my opinion about each channel, but you're going to have a different opinion because you've got a different view of the situation. I've got the people I like, and the people I like changes. I mean, I started off, when I first started off, I was really into, I loved John Levy's work, but I mean, he's gone full melt tard. I don't got no time for that. I don't want to watch that shit. I want, if it's going to be meltology, I want it to be real meltology. I don't want it to be that same old, cookie cutter. We look at a picture and claim it's a melted building bullshit. I want to actually see a melted freaking building. If it's going to be melted, I want to see the proof of it. I don't want to see a picture of some random place that I have no way to research it and then say it's a melted building. Well, look, if it looks like a mountain, barks like a mountain, it's probably a mountain. I don't know, but you think it's a building. You think it's a skyscraper. You think it's the Empire fucking State Building. It's not. It's a fucking mountain. And a brick does not turn into a stone. Number one. Number two, it does not turn into a stone that is perfectly shaped, square or rectangular. If it's going to morph into this said such popcorn brick, is going to morph into something more that looks more like popcorn. That's why you call it popcorn brick, ain't it? Right? But no, these things are square. Come on, man. No, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, it is what you're talking about. Yeah, it is. It's exactly what you're talking about. I have heard with my own ears John Levy say that a brick turns into a stone that is 10 times larger than a brick was before, and it looks like a rectangular stone. Kiss my white ass. That's bullshit. I wasn't born yesterday, but I ain't no dumbass. I ain't falling for that shit. Phoenician shell, Phoenician fish. Let's see, channels that I think are really cool. I like a new channel, Latent Lexicon. They're doing some neat stuff. Shout out Latent Lexicon. I can't remember the name of the channel. Restorus. Help me out here. Can't remember the name of the channel. Orus. I can't remember the name of the channel. Anyways, I know a lot of you know who I'm talking about. Somebody will put it up for me. I think it's on my homepage. You can see the link for it. Let's see who else is cool. I mean, just that I find interesting to watch right now. I'm always looking for something new. Something that's like I want people to challenge what's being said and give me new ways of looking at it. I want to look down different ends of the telescope. My lunch break is they do a good job on a lot of things. I love the sarcasm. I think he takes it too far sometimes. It's but I think it's I think he takes it too far, but in a sarcastic way. But I think people take him seriously when he's. I don't. Here's the problem: people don't understand sarcasm. That's the problem. But if you understand sarcasm, you know when he's being sarcastic, and when he's being sarcastic, he's making a good point. But if you don't understand sarcasm, it kind of it gets lost, and it makes him look shady. but that, is he 100%? No, I don't agree with everything. I think he's got a lot of good points though. I enjoy watching his videos. He spends, you know, I wish I had the time I used to have to do that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't now. Life has its way of making you have to go to work. But oh, wrong way. But let's see. I know there's other channels that are new. I'm trying to think of new channels that are. I mean, everybody knows the old channels, but I'm trying to think of new channels that are. Hello, Sandra White. I'm trying to think of new channels that are stuff you might not have heard of. I also watch a lot of weird channels that are like architectural channels and history channels that are off kilter, not standard issue history channels, but channels that take a different, like they take the telescope, flip it upside down, and look at it from a weird angle. I like that a lot. Like I was watching a channel today. It was a new one I found, and he was talking about how the New York Manhattan grid system was created and how sketchy it was about how it was created. That was the topic of the video. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you got my attention. I'll pay attention to that. That sounds, because I believe it was already there. So if I believe it was already there, and then you got this guy talking about how sketchy it is, how they say they laid it out, well, you got my attention. You've just jerked my chain. Okay, now we're talking. Now I've got something that I can bite into and listen to. So I look for weird stuff, because I like the different angles. I mean, yes, I've heard that you got yes, Lucius Lorian, but what's he call himself? Restus. Whew, it's been a long day, y'all. Resta Aureus something. Well, I mean, just not for nothing, but that is actually confusing to me as a viewer. Is when I see his channel, it's called one thing, but then he goes by a different name where it's very different than the name of the. I don't know. It's very. So did somebody put it up here? Maggot said it. That's close, Maggot, but that's not it. That's close to it. I don't know. Anyways, if I think of some more, I'll shout them out. It looks like Campbell's in America now. He's in my neck of the woods, actually, looking for some healing for his arm, and I'm glad he's getting that. I know that arm's been bothering him for a long time, and it is sometimes it's really difficult to get the healing you need, and I truly sympathize with that. I went through that myself in a different way, and in that time period before you can get find healing, it is very hard to get through life. There's your Phoenician wave or Greek key or meander. I do kind of like the meander term. It's kind of nifty. That looks very Roman. Let's see. No smoking. Okay. Yeah, we gotta have our obelisk. That's wild looking right there. Frisian hat. Linotype. Concrete blocks. Concrete machine. Huh. There you go, Maggot. Hello, Mr. Bryce. Rest Orbis channel. What? What? That's not what he calls himself. It's like Restus Orbis something. I forget what it. I've looked it up before to see what it meant, and I forget what it means. I don't know. I think he's got some interesting stuff. I mean, he not my favorite, but you know, an up and comer, and I like that. It's neat. I mean, I'm kind of I'm a secret little niche on YouTube. Like this is Mudflood Club. This shit's underground, y'all. Y'all don't. YouTube has me so clamped down that it's the only way I ever grew my channel was by collaborating with other channels, and I've given that up because that just turns into a shit tard fest, and I just can't deal with that crap anymore. It just there's Fred right there hanging out. I just made the decision that just X-nay on the dealing with anybody because it's I don't know. It's like everything's, you start these relationships with these people and then it just goes to shit. And it's like at some point it's just like, okay, I'm done. I'm just gonna go on my own and y'all can just, carry on about your lives and I'll carry about my lives and it was fun for a while to meet and greet and hang out with some of these other channels, but enough is enough. I mean, the amount of bullshit I saw in a short period of time just totally wiped me clean and wanting to ever deal with that shit again. So no more interviews, no more collaborations, no more, buddy buddies, none of this shit. I ain't doing none of that shit. I'm going to do me and I'm going to grow at whatever rate I grow at. And I don't give a damn. I just don't care. If I never grow, I never grow. If I do grow, fine. I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna care. I ain't gonna try to make it like anything other than what it is or what it wants to be. But if you want the underground, I'm definitely the underground. I mean, there's like I've been here a hot minute. I've been to the top of the food chain. So I've sat at the big table, y'all. I've been there. I've done that, and I've gone back down into the underground under the pavement light, and I hang out here. And those who need to know. That is a wild symbol. Phoenician fishies. That's crazy. But no, this is my little Mudflood club, and I appreciate everybody that's available and comes and checks us out, and we hang out together, and we have a good little community here. It's small, but it's good. And that's what matters to me. That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted a community that was good, that people could, enjoy the company of others. And we could learn and investigate and check out Flat Earth Asterisks. And what's a Flat Earth Asterisk? What's that mean? Well, it means, this is my opinion, and opinions like tailholes, this is mine. There's a lot to this, but the basic gist is that I believe that this is a symbol of the flat Earth. This line represents the flat Earth, the flat plane, whatever shape the flat Earth is, whether it's a convex shape or a flat plane or a disc or whatever shape it is. It ain't a ball, y'all. Okay, it ain't a ball. If you're still on the ball, then go spin off somewhere, because you're in the wrong place. We here is flat. It's flat. It's flat. You're just gonna have to get over it. It was a hard one for me to get over, but I got over it. You can do it too. But anyways, this is your flat plane. This is your north-south magnetic pole. And to me, this represents the torus field. And if you imagine a donut shape, okay, this is the donut, the energy coming in and coming around, coming in and coming around. And it goes up to the north and then loops back around as a torus field and loops back in on itself. And the energy's in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't know better words, but that's what to me that represents. It also is represents what would be called the squatting man or the fleur-de-lis. They call it the Roman lattice in architectural terms, but this symbol is all over the old world architecture. Number one. Number two, they still use this symbol to this day more than you will ever imagine. If you will just start paying attention to look for this symbol in our society, on TV, okay, in movies, in society, in clothing, in fashion, in album covers, if you just look for it, it'll dumbfound you how many times you find that damn thing. It'll get annoying. It'll get to where you're like, this is weird. This is getting ridiculous. How many times that damn flat earth asterisk is there? It'll be like, okay, you'll realize at some point, okay, wait, there's something to that symbol, because why are they using that symbol so much? I think this is old world tech right here. These things, there was something going on with these lighthouses. I don't think they were throwing light. I think they were doing something different. They had mercury involved. And you know, when every time you got that mercury going, you know, there's something going on there. Haley Bale, have you ever looked at the old Omaha, Nebraska's World Fair? I think I have looked at it some. I hope my overall, okay, what my hope and goal with the World's Fairs is to look at each one, collect data on each fair one by one, but not just the big ones. I want it. The big ones I'm starting there just because they're kind of the main ones. But then there's also, I believe, these smaller ones that were, I think, just as important, that were I believe is all part of one big World's Fair, like literal worldwide World's Fair. And I think these World's Expositions and these smaller fairs, smaller exhibitions, I think they were part of this thing. And if you start looking at that, you'll find that there was a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot. And then there's a weird thing. I'm not really sure what's going on with this, but when you look at like the list of World's Fairs, you'll see World's Fair, blah, 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 never held. Well, World's Fair, blah, blah, blah. They decided to move the date, or it's like there's all these they planned World's Fairs or exhibitions and then they didn't do them. And it's really strange because it's like, what's the point? Like, why do we even have to talk about it? Like, you planned a fair that never happened. So what's the importance of that? Why it's almost like it did happen and they erased it. That's your line there. I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't know. There's some sketchiness. Very, very sketchy history there. I don't know. Grand Junction Canal. Look up, see my stars with my telescope. Hello, B. Hendricks, Spokane Expo 74 World's Fair. I also believe that part of my theory is that everything should be studied before 1943. That there was a major change in, let's call it the Matrix, in 1943. So when I was doing this, or starting off doing this research, I kept noticing that like people were studying, they were talking about the earlier dates, mainly between 1800 and 1850, concentrating more on 1850 to 1900. But then it was like I kept finding these buildings that had the dates that were between 1900 and 1943, and I'm like, okay, these buildings are old. And then it was like, if I looked past 1943, it's like everything locks in place and you don't have the weirdness anymore. It's like all the weird shit goes away. It's like it changed. It's like the Matrix changed somehow, some way, and it was different from that point. So if you'll open up your research past 1943 or before 1943, if you'll broaden it, I should say, if you broaden your research, it's a wild picture. Reminds me of that movie 2012. Anyways, if you broaden your research to 1943, you're really going to see some differences. It's that's a wild picture right there. Lithographic company. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that thing is. Lighthouse, maybe? Yeah, it's a model lighthouse. Lighthouse has got some weird stuff going on. I was watching a video of some guys that bought an old lighthouse out in the water, and they're like trying to redo it, and they're just finding weird things inside. Like there's just these strange things that I don't know what they're for. Weird holes and just, I don't know, doors. I don't know. It's just strange. We've got some of these the boss man brought 4 of these. It's really a set. It's this right here. It's one set. Bought 4 of these back from a job, and they're about half that size, I'd say. They're big, heavy, and he got them because he thought he was going to use them for something, and then decided not to. But we're going to scrap them now. But they're really cool. And the other day I saw this video I thought was really neat of a motor from 1900. The guy said, and it was one of those motors where it drives the belt, but it was like a tabletop model, and like the thing had a forward and reverse, and like you could sit there and run it, and it would go really fast, and then like he could take the handle and turn the handle to the left, and it would like disengage, and then he'd keep going, and it would re-engage and go in reverse. So you could take then you hook that up to some kind of machine, and it would go forward, and then you could click it the other way, and it would just flip the motor to go reverse. I know, it was just kind of cool. I'd never seen that before. Y'all probably like, oh yes, I've seen that 100 times. My bolt. Hey, there's my nut. Sorry, being naughty. That's all right. Good night, Andrea D. And a free printing press on Craigslist. Wow. I took a printing class in high school. That was pretty cool. But you know what I liked better than the printing class? It was part of that same class was they taught us how to darkroom edit and edit like the pictures for printing. Like, so we would take, okay, English Beags. Okay, so you got you take a picture. Let's say I take a picture of this beautiful young lady and her candies, and I want to print this picture with an article. Okay, and I want to cut it out and put the article down here. So in this class they taught us how to take the photograph with an old style 35 millimeter camera. So they taught us photography. This is all one class. Taught us photography. Then they taught us, which I'd already had photography classes too, but they taught us photography. Then they taught us darkroom, how to develop and create the negatives and the prints. But they also taught us how to then do where we could cut this out to where we could have the open space here. And then we would graphic layout this picture, and then we would put in the typing, and then they taught us how to print it on the printing press. It was like all one class. It was a really cool class. I don't even know if they do classes like that anymore, but that was a cool class. I don't know, it's stuff I learned, stuff like that. You teach me hands on, and we gonna learn something. You try to bark dates and figures at me, I'm shut off. I'm going to put my head down on the desk, and I'm going to sleep. You're not going to get anything. There's not going to be a conversation. I'm not going to remember a word you said. Just not. Sorry. I don't know. I think a lot of people are like that though. School's just ridiculous. It's wild looking. My Phoenix. Bum, 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 bum. Who do y'all like? What channels do y'all like that are new and upcoming? I want to know about the new and upcomings. I mean, I know all the old ones. Give me some new ones. I want to know new channels to look into that I can go and find new stuff. My Phoenix. And yes, I know all about my Phoenix. I've seen tent preachers before, y'all. They leave town eventually. Flat Earth Asterisks. And that's a wild setup right there. Huh. I wonder what that is. Water tube something. I don't know. That reminds me of that thing where people were they would run from law and put the vent thing up, and they jump in the vent and hide against the wall, and the law would run past them because they thought it was a pipe. I thought that was funny. Okie dokie. Steam, gas, water, electric. Look at that machinery. I mean, just incredible machinery. I mean, it's incredible that they moved this stuff. It's incredible that they manufactured this stuff in 1900. I mean, it doesn't add up with the way I was taught about that era of time. But maybe y'all had better schooling than I did. Maybe y'all are like, oh, I like these lights. They're cool. I think they're neat. World's best typewriter. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Let's see. That's neat. Hospital supplies. That's cool looking right there, how they did that. Get your incubator supplies. See, there's the wet floor. Got a cherub sitting on the fake globe. No, I was a terrible student. I just didn't. It was so stupid. I just school. I did great in electives, but like I did great. Well, okay. I did not do good in science or math. I hated math. I still to this day hate math. Can't stand it. Dumbest thing ever created. I hate math. Hate it. Hate it. That's why they invented the calculator. Thank God. So, I mean, I see. You also got to understand. I'm Gen X, so we learned to count and multiply and subtract, and we knew our multiplication tables, but I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I just did not. And algebra, oh no, fuck you and your algebra. You can take that and go fuck yourself. Can't stand it. I like sacred geometry. Love that. Hate geometry. Just regular geometry, regular old basic ass geometry. I don't do it. Science, I like technology, but like stuff like biology and stuff like that is just like boring. Hate it. I loved I didn't like English class, but I liked literature. Still do. I loved history class, but I had a lot of questions. They didn't like that. But I mean, whatever. I get it now. At the time, I didn't understand it. Like, you ask a question, and then it's like, no, you need to just learn it this way. I don't know. What do you mean? I don't understand. Well, I don't understand this, but don't worry about that. What do you mean, don't worry about that? I have a question. You're the teacher, right? Anyways, those are weird. It's a weird store. Beyond the Veil channel. Beyond the Veil. I think I've heard Beyond the Veil. I think I have. And Millennial Reign, I have a whole different philosophy on that. Millennial Reign. I just don't. I'm not a millennial reigner. I'm just not on board with it. But I have, my own research that's just goes a different direction on that. Sorry, folks. I know a lot of people are into that millennial reign thing, but you got to understand, I'm mystery school veteran. And it just, once you get to that, once you go down there, you've moved past that thinking. Sorry. Oh, Whitney cute. That beagle is passed out. Thank you. That's good. He gone crazy. Victor talking machine. Hello, lion. Hello, unicorns. I need a unicorn. That's what I need. I love these little models they made. They're so intricate. Big old pipe organ back there. Oh, got an architect here. Gotta love them. Okie Oh, the scene, huh? Paris giving a total horsepower. Talking about Fred power. Water meters. Well, they want to collect that money, don't they? I thought I said Asperger. Like, huh? It's been a long day, y'all. Woo. Now I'm trying to get back to you guys. I'm trying to do better now. I've been having to hit the grindstone for so long. I can take a little bit of a breath now. But I am trying to do better. That's odd. Huh. How is that's odd. There must be a glass here, because how is that reflecting on the door? Must be a glass somewhere in front of here or something. I don't know. Look at that telescope. That's crazy. That looks old. There's that lighthouse thingy. Well, that's odd. Okay, I guess we're going to go meet Santa Claus here. Buffalo Forges. Just incredible amounts of machinery. How long did it take them to move all that stuff inside? I mean, that just had to take a lot of effort. That looks like something we built. Very, very, very pathetic. Very simple. We built that. Mr. Contractor built him a little work shed here so he could finish out this. I don't think we built that though. I do think we built some of this, a lot of it, but not stuff. I think it's pretty distinctive what we built. I mean, I just do. And yes, I know this is a temporary work structure. Yes, I get that. Yes. Don't say the obvious. That kills me the most is like when somebody says the obvious thing, it's like, dude, you just no. That's cool looking. I like that A. That's neat. Ah, where am I? Buttons aren't toys. Big old porthole windows. Interesting right there. That's how they get stuff up and down. Wow. Well, I just don't. That looks so sketchy. Flat Earth asterisks. I'm interested in like the construction methods. How you see the wet floor? Very strange. And I wouldn't point it out if they hadn't pointed it out themselves. I would have never noticed that. Like, I don't think. Well, maybe I would have. I don't know. I don't. They pointed it out in the histories of these fairs. They point out that the roofs leaked, and that's why the floors were wet. And they had a problem with it. So I just wonder how can you not figure out how to got your line there? How can you not figure out how to keep the floor, the roofs from leaking? I don't understand that. If you can build such grand architecture, how can you not seal a roof? How? Fred is there. Fred is on the job. Fred brought all this shit in because Fred is to blame. Okay. Fred is our culprit. He's the one that we need to be focusing our attack of who is responsible. Because Fred, I think, had a big hoof in it. Anyways, I'm getting pretty wore out, y'all, so I'm gonna have to take a leave. But if you have any questions you'd like to submit for Mudflood Club conversation, please submit said such questions at this particular junction in the evening, and I will see if I can give a particular answer for a particular question of the particular Mudflood member and or Kim Ray. Hello, Kim Ray. Anyone got a question? Alan Pumper. I'm reading back here. You raised mini bikes. What are those bikes? There used to be a guy in a neighborhood I lived in a while ago, but he had like a rice rocket, but it was miniature. What are those called? Because boy, that thing could go. It was like it'd go about 60 miles an hour, and he'd go flying down the road, and he looked like a just. It was incredible watching that grown ass man run down the road at 60 miles an hour on that little. It was so small. It was probably no more than 18 inches long. It might have been smaller. It was so small. It was incredible how fast that thing. I never saw another one. Is what's weird. They might have outlawed them. They probably should have outlawed them because that thing was fast. You gonna go put your EMF shield? I hear you. That's good. 50cc 2-stroke pocket bike. That's what it's called. I never asked a guy. He just was always he would fly down. He would well. I think he was from the next neighborhood over, but he would fly down our road, coming riding around. Pocket bike. I have to look that up. It was pretty neat to see though. Y'all got any question? Any questions? I don't know if I got the answer, but I'll try. They're trying to outlaw 2-strokes. Yeah, you had a Honda? Yeah, I don't ride motorcycles. First time I ever got on a motorcycle, I was probably 7th grade, and I had on a white T-shirt, and I got on it, and the guy said, "Do this, do that, do this," and all I heard was I didn't hear anything. I don't know what he said, and I hit that thing. I said, "Woo!" And next thing I know, I'm waking up. I'm like, what the hell? And everybody's laughing at me, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And they said I hit that gas, and it just flipped right. And I looked down. I had a tire track across my white shirt, and that was the first and last time I ever rode a dirt bike or a motorcycle of any kind. I ain't getting on no damn motorcycle. That's just not gonna happen. I don't do well with machinery like that. I don't know what I did wrong. I just pulled the trigger. I don't know what I did. I just pulled the thingy. Just went. I remember doing that. Like pulled that back. I mean, that what you're supposed to do? Pull the damn gas pedal, and that the gas pedal. Hell, I don't know. I ain't getting on one. It ain't something's gonna happen. I'm just not mechanically inclined per such mechanical devices with 2 wheels. I like bikes, like BMX bikes and bikes, but mountain bikes, whatever. I like bikes, but I ain't getting on no damn motorcycle. Not gonna happen. No, sir. Anyways, what is a codex on a building? I think you're asking about the codex building that we saw. I think that was where you could go and pay to have a professional photograph taken of you at the fair, but it was taken by the certified, credentialed, the licensed photographers of the fair, and I think they were expensive. I think it would, but they were They were not for everyone. It wasn't, you couldn't take your own photographs unless I think you could buy a license, was like $3,000. It was like ridiculous how much it was to be able to take your own photographs. And there was a big fine if you took your own photographs, and they'd catch your ass too, because back then, photographs were, done with the plate glass and all that shit. So it wasn't they could see you coming a mile away with your photographic equipment, and they would get you, and you get you a fine, because they definitely, for some reason, they wanted to. I mean, of course they'll say, "Oh, it's because they wanted to make money on the photographs." Okay, yeah, that does make sense. That does make perfect sense. But it's also very fucking convenient to hiding what we're studying here. That's the rub, is like when you get to the point where it's like you could be getting to the answer, it's like there's a bullshit answer standing right in the way. It's like, that's very convenient. It's like, oh, what happened to that building? Oh, it burned down. Really? How convenient. Oh, who's the architect? Oh, yes, they held a competition to build the building. Yes, competition. He'd never built anything in his life, but he built the grand poobah of palaces. First time out. Oh, and then he went on to build 100 of these things all at the same time. I mean, come on, man. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Could that be the name where the name Kodak came from? I don't know. What I thought was weird was it said Kodaks. Kodaks, S. So I've always thought it was Kodak. So where'd the S come from? Did they lose the S at some point? Because that does happen. That does happen to brand names. Or were they saying that, or were they calling it like, Kodaks was a type of photograph? Oh, we're going to go get our Kodaks taken. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I mean, I don't know what the answer is to that. Patent technology. Hello, Rich Spielman. Well, I am going to head on, and I need to do some work before I go to bed, and I will be seeing you shortly. I will be we'll be continuing the series of the slideshows for St. Louis World's Fairs, and as I can, I will go through them in more detail to get closer up into them, like we've done tonight, and we will see what we can find. I don't know what we'll find. I don't know if we'll find anything. I don't know if we'll find everything. We're just going to keep digging and see if we can find, you know, more than we have now. Because I just think there's more to this story. I don't know what the ending is. I don't know what the answers are. I don't know. Did we build it? Did we not build it? I don't know. I just have questions. I'm questioning the narrative. I think the narrative, there's something wrong with it. That's my opinion. Do I think we built it? I think we built some of it. Yes. Did we found some of them? Yeah, I think we found some of them. Yeah, I really do. I think we found some of them, and I think it's clear, in my opinion, which ones are which. And I'm trying to point that out, which ones I think are, which ones I think aren't. I think there's some seriously sketchy history behind these World's Fairs. I really do. And a ninny will tell you the opposite, and that's fine. All good. Ninny away. Somewhere else. Don't care. If I want the official narrative, I'll go read the official narrative. But here's the problem. Now that I'm paying attention and I'm reading the official narrative in the research, now I'm actually learning about these things, and I'm seeing issues. I'm seeing issues all over the place. And where there's smoke, there's probably fire. Love, Biggs.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma. Don't you get it?
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
Welcome to the underground.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.